Polska efter Magnus Olsson from Arvika, which is my hometown in the west part of Värmland. And this Magnus seems to have been in the habit of not starting his tunes on the first beat of the measure. So when the A part starts, there's a pause on the first beat and then we start on the second beat. And this is true for quite a few of the tunes after him. And I really like it. I've copied it sometimes in my own tunes because it feels like a bit of home. So I'll count one bar and then we'll start on the second beat of the second bar. So it's gonna go like this. It's D major. And we're starting on the third finger on the E string, which is an A. And I'll say 1, 2, 3, 1. And then we land on the early second beat after the short first beat of the second bar. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. And then the first phrase is a D major, sort of a broken up arpeggio. Listen. Third and first fingers. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 1. Da, 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 di, da. Again. 1, 2, 3, 1. Ba, ba, bam, ba, bam. Going on. From third finger E again. And this is actually an A major 7, or rather A major with a 7. So it's the low 7. A, G, E, C sharp, A again. So I'm slurring down and then up. And listen. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Going on. We land on the A. And then I begin from C sharp, up bow. 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1. Again. So first up and then I slur down. And up. And then I take the same rhythm, same bowings, but other notes. From third finger A. Third finger. So both of those phrases together from C sharp would be one more time. One more time. And that's most of the A part actually. Let's go from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 1. And then a long A. One more time and go. One more time and go. Right. And since we're landing on down bow, we're going to begin up when we restart. This is after the half ending of the A part, and we're going to restart with the same notes, but with the opposite direction of the bow, which means I'll slur up here. And then it's identical. So from slur up on the A ones. Down, up. Let's do that from our long landing A, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1. Again, 1, 2, 3, 1. Right. And then we need the whole ending of the A part, which says. So instead of doing half ending, I start the same with a C sharp. And here I do something different. So it's 3 down and then landing on the 3rd finger. Up bow on D and then C sharp, slur 3 down. Again. And the rhythm of it is typical for the end of these short first beats. You could almost see it as a quadruple, as if you have 2 short ones and one twice as long. Da-dee-dee, da-dee-dee, short, short, long. Da-dee-da, da-dee-da. So 2 short ones, 1 long one. So the whole ending says. Again. The whole A part, I'll count 1 bar and then we start on the 2nd beat of the 2nd bar. 1, 2, 3, 1. Half ending. And up slur. Again. And this is the kind of tune where you're really helped by stomping your feet on 1 and 3. Because that never changes. Even though the tune sometimes skips a 1 or has a quadruple on the 1st beat or triplets or short first beats, this is our constant. So it helps a lot to keep the feet going. For instance, when you're going from A part, whole ending, to the 2nd A part. In this place, there's a long note on the D. And to know where you're going to start on the A part, you need to count or have a relation to what your feet are doing, because we're going to do da di la da ba di li da da da, and that da da is going to be on the 2nd beat, because we have that strange break on the 1st beat where there's no new note. So we're going to keep the end note all the way over the 1st beat of the 1st bar, and then we're going to hit the A on the 2nd beat of the 1st bar. So either count or have a good relationship with your feet. So if you're counting, it's going to sound like this. Da di lay da ba di li 2 3 1 da da. So da di lay da ba di li da. This note is 2 3 1 da da. 3 beats long. Okay, I'll count while we play so you see what I mean. First I'll just count on the last note and then I'll tell you where the 1 and the 3 is for the 2nd time around. So 1 2 3 and go. Here it goes. 2 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 and so on. So one way of keeping track of where you are is to think of the 3 and the 1 as something that you have in your body, in your feet or somewhere else. Or you can count. And another way of keeping track of how long the notes are is of course to add a lot of the swing, of the weight and the emphasis in your playing so that you can really get a sense of where the 1 is, because that's the key through all this. Where is the heavy 1? So every time you have a note that is slurred over 2 beats, you can make a small emphasis, or actually kind of big emphasis, where the 1 is, to keep track of it, but also to add swing. So if we go from the start and we try to focus on finding the 1 with emphasis in our bow, I'll try to exaggerate so you hear what I mean. I'll do more than what I would normally do now. 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, adding on some double strings if you want. So I have A or D almost all the time against the melody here. So I begin with open string under, E on top. Here I have double stop 3-1, G and B, and then E on top again. Open string under, E on top, double stop, and D under. You could go with 4 and open for the end note, A and A. And you could also do something a bit sneaky. You could do an ornament on the D underneath. So instead of doing or, you could do, which means I'm doing an ornament on the string which isn't the melody string. The melody is just saying A, but you could add on the string under. So it's first A major chord and then D. It's gonna make us hear the D string more as the melody, but that doesn't really matter. So the melody is A, but we're gonna our ears are gonna look for this movement. But that doesn't really matter if people think that's the melody, because it's cute. Okay, whole A part, last time. 1, 2, 3, and go. Let's go for the B part. And I have very good news when it comes to the B part. It's actually 2 measures. The rhythmic pattern is 2 measures. And then the notes change a bit, but not much. So not much to learn in the B part, but it's a nice one. We begin on F sharp, and we begin on the second beat, just like in the A part. So I'll count, and the pattern will begin on F sharp. And this is how it's placed. 1, 2, 3, 1. Again. 1, 2, 3, 1. Last time. 1, 2, 3, and 1. And then it's A, slur, C sharp to B. All together it sounds like this. 1. One more time. 1. Last time, and 1. And then the same pattern from G, but since we're landing on down now, we're gonna start up. it's the same rhythmic pattern but new notes. G, B, from D to C sharp, slur up, again. And then when we get to the F sharp again, same thing again as from the beginning of the B, but this time with up bow. So we slur up from F sharp. And then from G. And now something new is gonna happen, which is break. So there's a break in the middle of this pattern. Instead of I just do a lift. Da down. So it's a lift. Let's go for some double strings and other fun stuff. In the beginning I would add the A on top of the F sharp so that I have two notes on the first note, and then I would let the A be single like this. Or I would open up to the D string like this. And then G under. Saving the third finger, leaving it on the D string so I can save it for the B to have it underneath. So here I do. And then D under. So altogether that would be F sharp with A, D under, G, save the G, D, and then A. I could also go for the E on top here, if I have time. And then the same again. With a break. Again. That was basically it. So heavy ones, some ornaments, and some double strings. The whole tune from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, and go. Comes the break and go from the top of the B. Ending with an A part. So my form to this would be A, B, B for as long as we both shall live, and then one A in the end.